I'm Al Holman from the Markus of Americus Project, where we're trying to put politics back into the lane it belongs. It's everywhere. One of the things we try to do at Marcus, and we're trying to do a little bit more of this as we move forward, is to explain some of the things that are happening in our public discourse, in our conversations, our arguments. And sometimes I want to explain words that may be coming in and through conversations you're hearing, because I think sometimes words get used and they become very confused through the process, because people may mean one thing or one area and the other person means something else. This is far more common when we deal with academic words and when you hear academic people talk. And one of the words that gets used, and in my mind, way overused, but I can understand it for academics, is the word pedagogy or pedagogy. And using the Webster's Dictionary, I want to have you hear both of these words because the pronunciations aren't always the same. So we're going to let the dictionary tell us the two ways. First, the more Americanized version.
Pedagogy.
Pedagogy. And then there's the more English version, or the more erudite way.
Pedagogy.
Or pedagogy. Or pedagogy. Pedagogy. You'll hear it pronounced a bunch of different ways. But what it simply means, as you can see here, is the art, science, or profession of teaching. Now, in its root form, people are using it at least kind of in a correct way. But as I've looked more at the discourse and what's going on, especially as we argue more about critical race theory, critical theory, queer theory, those kind of things that have come in and out of the discourse, and are honestly things to be argued over, and some people would say that they need to be gotten rid of. It's confused a lot of people. If I've spoken to some older folks I know that had degrees, these were not stupid folks, they've even gotten confused by the conversations, and I'm sure some of the younger folks have gotten confused too. So I want to give you a different word when you hear pedagogy, any derivation of this word, and I want you to have this word into your brain and use it as a replacement to help you understand how and where the conversation's going. That word is inculcate, or as the dictionary says it,
Inculcate.
The definition is to cause as a human to become filled or saturated with a certain quality or principle. I would add or fact or information. When people are talking along and you're listening to them and you hear James Lindsay or a person of that particular academic strata, I guess you'd say Jordan Peterson's in that kind of academic strata. There's a lot of them. When they talk about these things and you hear pedagogy, I want you to substitute the word inculcate. And I mean more the definition my old man would still use is, I'm trying to inculcate with you some common sense, boy. I'm trying to teach you some important things that you need to pay attention to. Inculcate. Make your life a little bit easier when you're trying to listen to these academic conversations, these policy disputes, and they are policy disputes. A certain group of people feel that we're better if we have these policies and make people act and perform in particular ways, and these people over here disagree. So, as you hear them argue, when they talk about pedagogy, as long as it isn't Patagonia, good close. I want you to think of inculcate. They're trying to make you think or act or do things a particular way. They want to inculcate on you. So that's the way we're going to help bring politics back into a lane, because we're going to make people communicate in a way that we can all understand and we can actually learn from. So please listen to more of these people, and as I will always say, you got to hear, if you're hearing these people over here, even if you agree with all the people over here, you got to go over here and at least listen to these people, at least hopefully with an open mind. Not that you will agree, but you will understand. And hopefully you'll understand, even if you think they're wrong, hopefully they're trying to do it for the right reason. Hey, I'm Al Holman. This has been the Markus of Americus Project. I do more things like these Uncle Al videos where I try to spread a little bit of my Uncle Al wisdom. Hey, you can support me either on these Markus activities or the Uncle Al by going to this website here and either giving a one-time donation, or if you can, become a subscriber or a supporter. That would greatly help. But until the next time, while you're listening to these conversations, these policy disputes, remember, pedagogy is to inculcate. Bye.